Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday to you. This is Heather Hope with the Inspired Entrepreneur Podcast. Okay, so a new week, right? What are we at? The 19th? April 19th. Wow, we're flying through this month, aren't we? Okay, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. This is a podcast that we talk about the law of attraction with regards to your business, money, life, love, winning the lottery, all that stuff. So stay tuned. My major influence for the law of attraction is Abraham Hicks. I do have, I'm watching my puppy leave the room. I do have a love for Sanaya Roman and some Bashar, but I haven't heard much of Bashar lately. Anyhow, let's jump into it. This is based on a daily book that I have on Amazon. It's called The Inspired Entrepreneur, and it's 366 days of inspiration for the business owner. So check out the book. Get the print version. It's what I highly recommend, because then you can put it on your desk or your bookshelf. And whenever you think about it or glance at it, open it up. The universe will give you a message that you need to hear. Just open up to any random page or the day that it is. Read a few days, and I guarantee that it will help you in some way. Because it does for me. Anytime I do that, it really helps me get out of a funk. So it's kind of like a fortune cookie for law of attraction. Okay, so let's jump into today's message. Let me pull up my book. April 19th. Remember, you wobble, they wobble. If you start to worry, things start to wobble. If you start to feel anxious, things start to wobble. If you second guess, things start to wobble. If you have confidence, things are stable. If you feel relaxed, things are good. If you are in alignment, everything is working out. The more you chill, the easier it all becomes. Okay, that's pretty good, huh? Okay, so do we know what wobbling is? Wobbling, I did hear that from Abraham a while back. And I think about the wobble people. Do we know what we're talking about? Back when I was a kid, we had the wobble. I think they're still around. I did look them up more recently to see if they are still around. I think they're called the Weebles, or let me look it up really quick. But the wobble people, the little toys for kids. And it's like they can wobble, but they don't fall over. And I picture them, the Weeble. Yeah, it's a Weeble. They just don't fall over. They don't fall down. They just wobble around. So I think of that when I think of wobbling. So wobbling is, like it says, if you worry, if you feel anxious, if you second guess, that's wobbling. And wobbling will attract more of that wobble. But if you have confidence, things are stable. If you feel relaxed, things are good. If you are in alignment, everything is working out. The more you chill, the easier it all becomes. Because then there's no wobble. It's like, think about just water. Just like water just being stable. And like what Abraham talks about with putting a cork in water. If you just let the cork be in the water, it will float. It'll float on the water. If you take your hand and you push it under the water, it creates resistance. So if you're pushing against something, you're creating resistance. If you just let it go, it just will be stable. It'll just be in alignment. It'll feel relaxed. It won't wobble. Okay. So I'm recording this Saturday night after I've been not feeling well. So I'm feeling better, but I feel kind of, I don't know. It's weird. I feel interesting. That's weird. Okay. So if you wobble, they wobble. Do we get what that means? Come over to YouTube, leave a comment, look at my YouTube channel, The Inspired Entrepreneur, And I upload it every morning over there so we can have some communication. You can like the video, you can share it, you can subscribe, you can leave a comment. But you wobble, they wobble. And one of the things like I've learned is the strongest vibration will win. And like if you're dealing with business, like business people, clients, whatever, the strongest vibration will win. So the strongest, like basically desire, confidence, knowing will win. If you're not sure, if you're not confident, if you're just really nervous, it's literally whose ever vibration is strongest will win in like a contract or whatever, a negotiation. So don't wobble. You have to not wobble. You have to learn to be like, good. Like, I know this is what I want. This is what I want. I'm confident that I'm going to get it in some way, right? And even if it doesn't, then that's cool too. But if you worry, stress out, because that's typically what people do, right? Worry and stress out and be anxious and freak out about stuff and then make things harder. But if you feel confident, if you feel relaxed, if you are chill about things, you just know that this is what I want and I know I'm going to get it and not worry about it. And, worrying is 100% a choice. It's a choice to worry about things. It's a choice to be anxious about things because, anxiety is just thoughts that you think about that creates worry, right? It turns into anxiety, but everything stems from a thought. So you have control over your thoughts. That's the most wonderful thing of all of this, is that you have control of what you think about. Some people don't believe that, but you do, and it just takes some practice. That's it. It just takes practice that you can choose the thoughts that you think. And the thoughts that you think creates the feelings, the emotions, which creates the vibration. So you get to choose. So you get to choose whether or not you're confident or you're wobbling. You're confident or you're anxious. You're worrying or you're happy. You get to decide. You get to decide. So basically, it's one of the biggest things I learned, especially having clients that paid me every month, having a membership, kind of coaching membership program. I know a lot of people could freak out about like, are they going to continue? Are they going to pull out? Are they going to, so I learned, this is when I really learned the wobble of like, I'd never had anxiety about clients not paying me, and they pretty much across the board paid me. And I had clients that were with me for quite some time, like, 2 years, paying me monthly. And I learned just very quickly when I learned about not wobbling, especially about money, the money was steady. The money was steady. It was very rare that something happened, like payments didn't go through, somebody canceled. It's just normal for those things to happen. But if you focus on those things happening, you'll have more of those things happening. And that was a big, big deal, especially when you're running a membership site and, you want to keep your clients, happy and paying, You don't want all of a sudden everybody to pull out and stop paying, because then it would just be not fun. So I had to feel confident that everybody was going to pay me. And I did have clients that paid me for quite some time. And, it's because I never wobbled. I just didn't. I knew everything was working out. I knew, it's just a lot of self-talk of everything's working out. As long as I was relaxed, all was well. As long as I felt confident, I felt good. I talked myself up. I talked my program up. Getting back to the roots of why am I doing this? What are we doing? Sort of thing of like, okay, making sure that I was in alignment with my program, making sure that things were good, that I'm always showing up. I'm always giving what I promise. I'm doing my work, that sort of thing. So there you go. The more you chill, the easier it all becomes. That is a fact right there. The more you chill, the easier it all becomes. It's the opposite of what most people in business believe. They believe the more you work, the more success you will have. The more you work depends on how, you may need to redefine the word work. So it could mean different things, but the more aligned, the more you find yourself in alignment and following your alignment, following the thoughts that come to you, following the happiness, following, like what Bashar says, following your highest excitement. I had to remember that a couple days ago when I was making a decision on something, and it was like following the highest excitement. And I changed like some of my plans, like a big time plan, into something else because I was following my highest excitement. And so that's what was really important in each moment. That's the thing. So like, I'm cool about not following through on something that something that I'm no longer excited about. Because sometimes when you stay the course, even though you don't like it, you do the things even though you don't like it, you're do it just because you either promised or you don't want to give up, you don't want to look like a failure. But the thing is, if you continue to keep following your highest excitement, you'll find success faster. If you let go of what other people think about you and what you're doing, you'll be successful faster. Because, the whole like following through until you're done is an old mindset. Now, it depends on what it is, but we're talking about like projects or a business or something. And like, it's totally cool to try things out. And if it's really not what you like, then do something else. Try out something else. Like, we're just here to explore, finding things that we enjoy. So don't do things that you enjoy just because you said you were going to do it. And you're like, well, my parents always told me to follow through, blah, 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 even though blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, I think it's really great to try things out. And then if it's not for you, then move on. And it could possibly, most likely, be the path of least resistance that your inner being is guiding you through. It's like, well, check this out, because most likely you'll do this, and then you're going to find out that you may not like this, but it's going to lead you to the next thought. You know what I mean? So keep exploring. Keep exploring the things that give you excitement. Really pursue the things that give you excitement. Okay, guys, I think we're going to let you go. These are short and sweet lately. And I'll probably come back soon and do a long one soon, because that's usually the way it is. So have an amazing rest of your Monday. I hope it's a wonderful day for you. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.